Smith, former world champion, against defending champion Dimitri Bergh. Krzysztof Ratajski of Poland against Luke Littler, the reigning world champion. Ryan Joyce takes on Luke Humphries, who won 10-0 earlier. And Josh Rock of Northern Ireland takes on another former world champion in Rob Cross, the seaside, where it's been a beautiful day, but they're all filing in for some darting action now. And Michael Smith, one of the big names in this tournament, who's never won it. He came pretty close 3 years ago when he lost out to Danny Noppert on the deciding leg in the final. But now he takes on the man who did lift that trophy 12 months ago, Dimitri Bergh from Belgium. Over to John McDonald.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome to the action. This is the sixth round of the Ladbrokes UK Open, brought to you by the Professional Darts Corporation, coming to you live on ITV4 from Butlins, Minehead. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for the thousands joining us live and the millions joining us around the world, it's time to meet the players. Ladies and gentlemen, a World Cup champion, a winner of the Grand Slam. He is the former champion of the world, who let loose the bully boy, Michael Smith. Ladies and gentlemen, Belgium's World Cup star, a winner of the World Match Play, a two-time back-to-back World Youth Champion, the winner of 9 PDC titles and the reigning and defending UK Open champion. Ladies and gentlemen, the Dreammaker Dimitri Bergh.
Work it out. Got a gang of cash and it's going all on the ball. And it's going fast cause I feel like a superstar. And you may not have it, I might have just broke the law. It's your turn to grab it and I make this whole thing yours. Hey, said our hustler's work is never through. We making it cause we making moves. The only thing we know how to do. Said it's the only thing we know how to do. Work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard. We work hard, play hard, keep partying like it's your job. Work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard. We work hard, play hard, keep partying like it's your job. Said our hustler's work is never through. We making it cause we making moves. The only thing we know how to do. Said it's the only thing we know how to do. Work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard. We work hard, play hard, keep partying like it's your job. Work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard. We work hard, play hard, keep partying like it's your job. Said our hustler's work is never through.
Two of the big names in the darting game going head-to-head for a place in tomorrow's quarterfinals. Kicking things off in the commentary box for us, Alan Warren-Little and Stuart Pike.
Well, Dimitri got there in the end, didn't he? He was going for ages on the walk-on, but he is there. We are here on ITV3 for the last 16 of the UK Open. Defending champion Dimitri van den Bergh, and it's good to see Michael Smith back on the big dart stages. Last time he cut a disconsolate figure as he was beaten by Kevin Durtz in the World Championship. Dimitri van den Bergh, we know, loves this stage. Come on, Dimitri, you can get on with it now. Yeah, Van Barneveld, and then winning a thriller against Chris Dobie on Saturday afternoon. Should be good, should be close, but it's been good to see Michael Smith getting back to something like over this weekend. Good wins as well against Durtz, some revenge for the World Championship defeat, and then a really good victory over Mathers Rasma, and crucially averaging around 95 in both. So despite the injury problems, the signs are a little bit more encouraging for the man from St Helens.
Yes, I totally agree, Stuart. Winning is key, obviously, but playing well is all about him moving forward, because that's what he's going to do. Outside the top 16, needs to get back in there, because that's where he should be.
Bergh and Michael to throw first.
Maybe took his eye off the mark after winning that World Championship a couple of years ago.
Well, I mean, to say that he's outside the world top 16 is astonishing in itself, but he is. He's down in 18, but if he carries on his successful run here this weekend, that will all change on Sunday.
77.
Listen, Stu, it's the start of the season. We've had the Windmill World Masters, new event, as we know. A couple of Players' Championships, European Tour starts next week, I think, and then all these tournaments throughout the season. So if he can get his game back together early, he can make a big mark in the season, get himself back up the rankings where he belongs.
Quick update from stage 2. Johnny Clayton missing darts for 4-1 lead over Martin Schindler. It's now 3-2 and back on throw.
92.
Yes, I thought that was amazing that I said earlier, Stuart, when I was in the back room, that 8 of these 16 players have all played in a World Youth Final. It would have been 9 if Michael van Gerwen would have won his match. Just shows you the system is working.
Yeah, it was a strange old game against
41.
Chris Dobie. 10-9 it was, with a dozen legs were won against the darts, and the best leg of the match was saved for the very last leg of the match, wasn't it, when Dimitri won it?
Yeah, they seem to both get their act together towards the end, where they started to hold throw. But I mean, the stats weren't that bad, but it just seemed to be one of those games where they were both trying to drag themselves through it to the finishing line. Dimitri, defending champion, just about holding on to that trophy as Michael misses double 16, but he will return. It would have been a 15-darter.
Dimitri really struggling with any range or rhythm in this opening leg.
39. Michael, you require 16.
So to win the first leg on throw.
8.
Well, he's had 4
Dimitri
chances.
require 167.
Although this is a very, very difficult finish, one of the highest, second highest, in fact, Michael needed to clean that up clinically and very quickly, because it gets under your skin when you start
55.
missing doubles. Already missed 4.
Michael, you require 8.
Now the pressure's on in his head that he has to hit it.
6.
This is just,
Dimitri require 112.
for Michael Smith, it could be an absolute disaster in the opening leg.
It's not just losing the leg, you're giving your opponent a leg, but it's the thought process that goes on in your own mind for the next few legs that you have to anticipate.
He's been so far ahead in this
60.
opening leg, but he's
Michael, you
0 out of
require
7.
2. No score. Dimitri require 52.
Is this going to set the tone for the match? Dimitri van den Bergh's had 21 darts is about 22 darts and about to get his first dart of a double.
20.
And he's missed. Well, we've had 24 darts apiece.
Michael, you require
Like watching
2.
me and you in the pub, Stu.
Steady on. You like watching me in the pub.
Good.
And there we have it. 27 darts to win the opening leg after missing
Game
10.
on.
Well, I can come up with all sorts of adjectives, but I'm sure you've got your own at home.
100.
But a win is a win is a win. He won
There
the
you go.
leg.
Yeah.
Got there in the end. Whether it's 9 or 27.
He's probably going to have a few
97.
nines to get the average up.
Yes. It counts the same, doesn't it?
I mean, with it being the first leg, you almost have some kind of forgiveness because they've not maybe just got into the game. Yes,
Yeah.
they've been practicing and playing in a previous round
60.
this afternoon, but it sometimes happens when the player misses, then the opponent misses. But to have 10 in the first leg,
60.
missed.
Surprised he didn't switch there after the first 2 darts, Michael Smith. Yeah, he's suffered some woes, hasn't he? He broke, for those of you who don't know, he broke both wrists when he was 19 years of age, and he's always suffered from
80.
various levels of arthritis, but he then damaged his shoulder, which stopped him from practicing, and because he
98.
was unable to have any practice, which means his darts hand was immobile, then he got the arthritis, and
23.
it's sort of been a never-ending circle for him.
In a strange way, the shoulder was the worst of the two at that moment.
60.
He's having some treatment, certainly practicing.
Well, one player's averaging 61 and the other's averaging 62.
$140.
Great to see that with all the people at home watching, knowing that they can do that kind of level. They should be on telly.
Yes.
124.
Yeah, already
Dimitri
important.
require 98.
So winning that opening leg in 27 darts. So a chance here for Smith to pinch leg 2.
35.
Dimitri just way off
Michael
at the
require
moment.
62.
Great opportunity.
Yes.
Games on the second leg.
Well, there you go.
Michael Smith.
He missed 10 darts to win the opening leg,
Third leg
won it on
of
double
Michael
one,
Lopez.
and only needed 1 dart
Game
in leg
on.
2.
That's why this game is so crazy. Crazy!
Yeah.
26.
Starts
So
with
he
that.
returns with 26. It's one of those games, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just to kick you abreast of stage 2, where Johnny Clayton, on St David's Day, of course,
123.
now leads 6-2 against Martin Schindler.
That's a good marker for Michael. Can he follow it up? Yeah, gets another one in there.
135.
Keeping the pressure on his opponent. Despite the poor start,
59.
it's all about getting the legs on the board and getting through to the next round. Still plenty can happen in this match. A race to
60.
10.
Well, if you're there on the Sunday, you're in with a chance. There'll be 8 left, draw for the quarterfinals. It'll be made by Alan at the end of the night.
57.
Can he fill it in? Oh, deflection there.
121.
Touch unlucky, wasn't he?
And strangely, he was on the finish before that dart. And when he went in, he's not.
The anomalies of darts.
But Dimitri's
28.
definitely struggling here on the scoring. He's at 140 and only 2 ton pluses in the third leg.
139.
Now in the dizzy heights of 74.
Now that really is your territory.
At best. But Dimitri, I mean, we saw, you mentioned the Dobie game before. It was one of them
46.
strange games. He tried to drag himself through. There was bits, but there was no consistency at this moment in time. There's nothing at all from Dimitri as Michael cleans up another leg.
Michael Smith.
That's all he needs to do. It's all about winning the match.
Dimitri to throw first. Game on.
Yeah, 3-0. Van den Berg averaging 64.
And strangely, he's only had 2 darts at the double, so it's not like he's had Michael's woes on the double with 3 out of 14.
140.
Well, we mentioned the arthritis. Michael Smith, until this weekend, had won only 2 games of darts
57.
on the professional tour, just won 2 matches. So that's how much he's been struggling. He actually lost to Van den Berg in a Players' Championship at the start of the year, on the opening weekend. But he's had some injections
140.
in his wrist because of the arthritis. He's actually been having some treatment and physio at Manchester City as well. So
58.
he's doing all he can to get himself back on track. It's all about managing the pain. He'll never be fully pain-free, but over the large parts of his career, he's managed to play
91.
at the highest level despite the problems.
Yeah, so what everybody has to take into account is not just the playing when you see it on
85.
TV. There's a Players'
Dimitri
Championship Jupiters, but it's all the practice in
130.
between. And Michael was one of the big practices in the game. Treble 18 to leave the double.
94.
Well, a little bit
Van den
better from
Berg's best
Dimitri.
leg.
Well, definitely better than the other 3.
Yeah. Also a 13 darter for the defending champ.
95. Dimitri requires 36.
So to finally get on the board.
There's no pressure on it. But they want to take it out as soon as
18.
possible and not give himself some undue stress, which he will have when he returns to the board.
36. Dimitri requires 18.
Try again, Dimitri.
Straight for it. Ooh, that's a blocker because it's bent into the double.
No score.
Well, the
Michael, you
woes
require
continue for the defending
170.
champion.
Now with your Michael Smith, you're thinking, why have I not kept better order here?
44.
Got nowhere near, has he?
Dimitri requires
18
18.
darts, Smith still on 126. I think he's going to go straight for it again. Well, that hit the 9. And that hit the 9.
10.
Well, this is
Michael, you
really
require
poor from Dimitri.
126.
Trying to hold on to his title. This can be done.
Double
Oh,
6.
120.
Well, is that a big moment in this match? Michael Smith,
Dimitri requires
his heart
8.
must have been racing after he hit those 2 treble 19s. That was for 4-0. Van den Berg here has missed 8 darts. 8 darts in this leg. That's a good guide for him.
not happening.
Good
Oh,
shot
he finally
from
gets
Bergh.
it. The relief,
Dimitri Van den
the
Berg.
smile, the stress from both players. They both know they're not playing the best, and they both know they're struggling on the doubles.
Game on.
Could have been 4-0. It is 3-1. Between them, they missed 24 darts at doubles in the first 4 legs.
100.
What a chance for Smith.
I was going to say I'm pretty sure,
140.
but I'm almost hopeful it's going to get better. I'm sure it will.
100.
Just some encouraging signs for Van den Berg on his scoring as he hits single 1 twice.
21.
I love the old commentator's curse.
45.
Well, yeah. what can you say? It's poor.
Well, it's hard when both players are doing it because it almost goes from you to him and back and forth. It's strange. It does happen, but you don't
100.
often see it all the way through. Obviously, we're in the fifth leg and it's happened all the way through at this moment in time. There's been some good points, but not that many.
100.
From Michael Smith's perspective, when the game's not the best game in the world and you're winning, it's okay. It's when you're losing, it's a problem.
100. Michael, you require 156. $96. Dimitri, you require
Smith averaging
140.
74.66, Van den Bergh 67.16.
All he can do is set it up.
40.
Well, it's
Michael,
left
you
100.
require 60.
But the way this game's gone, you never know what's going to happen. That's better again from Smith. A couple of times he's hit the doubles
Michael
quickly,
Smith.
but more often than not he's missed it. Well, it's been a mixed bag all the way through. Both players struggling, certainly on the double in that first leg, but at the first break, Michael Smith leads the defending champion by 4 legs to 1. Once had a dart in my head, strangely. Bounced out the hook, and you know when you duck and you're hoping it's going to miss, and it landed right in the back of my head. I was a brave soldier, though. I was a brave soldier.
After all these years,
Sixth
that
leg,
explains a lot.
Dimitri to third first.
I can't argue.
Game on.
Right in his foot, but he was okay, Schindler. And on he goes, and on we go with Michael Smith averaging 75 and Dimitri Van den Bergh averaging 66.
41.
65 now. I mean, what on earth? What's going on here? It's all very odd. Sometimes you get games like this. You can't have
100.
crackers all the time.
Well, whoever gets through this tie needs to have a good sleep tonight and think about this game and try and pretend it was a dream and not reality. And the dream maker
41.
definitely a nightmare at this moment in time.
$100.
Well, whatever happens here, Stuart, I do hope...
Hang on, hang on,
Yeah.
hang on.
Wow.
Oh, hang
Where did
on!
that come from? What's happening? Have we started?
We have a max.
Go on, Dimmy.
Is that going to change things?
140.
Finally something for Dimitri Van den Bergh to be pleased about.
81.
It only takes
Michael,
a little
you
something,
require
doesn't it?
161.
Just something good to go your way.
Yeah, normally, well, the maximum, as you say there, 170, a big finish, nicking a leg.
44.
Could be anything there, but
Dimitri, you require 158.
yeah, it'd be interesting to, if they do an interview after the game with the winner, whoever that may be. Should move over to the 18s. No,
60.
stayed there.
Michael, you require 117.
Well, at least somebody's buzzing in the auditorium.
41. Dimitri, you require
It
98.
doesn't get any better, really, does it?
When you get to this point, Stuart, you can't finish now. When you get to this point, it happens to every
58.
player. You're almost
Michael,
trying to
you
drag
require
something that's not there, and
76.
it makes it worse.
That's just really
Dimitri,
poor
you
from
require
Michael
40.
Smith not to get a dart and a double from 76. So Van den Bergh here will be very grateful if he can find a double. And he does.
On the sixth leg.
We feel
Dimitri
another
Van
wasted
den
chance
Bergh,
there for
seventh leg
Smith.
back of the
Dimitri Van den
focus.
Bergh wins his second leg, but
100.
if you're Michael Smith there, Alan, you're kicking yourself.
I'm just trying to get the old grey matter working. I can't remember a match like this in the later stages of a tournament, both players are just
65.
really finding it difficult to score, to finish, to really get some momentum. I think Michael
45.
Smith's obviously not playing well. He's played well in the last 2 rounds. Dimitri dragged himself through a terrific game to get to this stage, and then this happens, and it's almost like they both need a kick up.
100.
I'll tell you who is playing well, Johnny Clayton. He will be ball 1 in the draw for the quarter-finals, a 10-4 winner over Martin Schindler.
140.
Treble 20, if you can
92.
leave the finish. Not quite.
That's
better.
140.
He's left 76 again. What can Van der Berg leave from 210?
Well, I would go straight for the 180 personally. I went for the 80 and I understand, but I would have just gone for the 180 to try
Yeah, I
and
agree.
get something going in the match.
Gauge on
Yeah, a
the
little
7th
go on
leg.
there from Michael
Michael
Smith.
Smith.
Do you know as well, I
8th
think
leg, Dimitri to throw
I don't
first.
think the pace of the game is suiting Michael Smith
Game on.
either, is it? But he does lead 5-2.
Well, that's the result that you want, to be in front. However,
100.
good, bad or indifferent, you do play in the match.
100.
It's getting that win at the end. Plenty of room there.
135.
Not quite a maximum. Is it one? The only one of the match. Normally Michael Smith, one of the big
134.
180 hitters.
Just a little word for our resident anoraks on the darts, our stats men who give us
92.
some useful information and some useless information. Carl Fletcher and Richard Ashdown, who are very much appreciated.
140.
They come up with some stuff, don't they?
I think they need to get out more.
Yes, I think you're right.
96. Michael, you require 127.
Well, this should wake him up if he can get this. Treble 19 and the ball. Not to be.
43. Dimitri, you require 78.
But this is like dreamland for the dream maker if he can win it.
66.
I was going to say, because the way he's playing,
Michael,
every
you
leg is
require
precious and it
84.
just keeps him in it. Big moments here for Michael Smith. Big dart! That was the
72.
biggest dart of the match and he blew it.
Dimitri,
What an
require 12.
opportunity to go 6-2 up with another break of throw.
Yes, but that's kind of going with the way
Gauge
the
on
match
the
has
8th leg.
gone. You just
Dimitri
can't
Vandenberg.
see
Michael
what's
to throw first.
what's going to happen in the leg, the match towards the end, in the middle. There's no consistency or real
125.
consistency from these two major winners.
Yeah. But those are the darts that you're going to have to, well, really should be taking if you're going to win the game. I would honestly say that at trailing only
28.
5-3 the way he's playing, Van der Berg won't be too displeased. I think Michael Smith will be very displeased that he's only 2 legs clear.
125.
Let's say that one of these two players goes on to win the tournament.
Yeah.
Let's say that.
Very
They'll
possible.
completely forget about what's happened here.
45.
And this is pretty much what the players got to go down. Brilliant.
171.
Yeah, second dart hanging by the proverbial out of the treble 20 bed. Pretty much what Van der Berg will see each time he comes to the hockey.
60. Michael, you require 80.
Well, there's an interesting route. Michael Smith going treble, double 16 on 80.
Game on.
That is very unusual,
There's one for the archives. Best
especially,
leg of the match.
especially with his opponent so far behind. Well, incredible there.
60.
He followed the eyes.
We knew what he was doing.
137.
Last leg before the second break. It's a real attritional game of darts, isn't it?
121.
Some good, some bad, some ugly.
140.
That's better.
Important leg this Smith. He's pushing. He's trying to step it up, isn't he? And also he's trying to make the pace of the game quicker. Noticeably in the last couple of
31.
legs, he's trying to speed things up so the game is played at his pace and not Dimitri's.
Yeah, absolutely. He loves the fluency, doesn't he? The last two visits.
140.
That's perfect for Michael Smith. He's averaging rising to around 87. So
The
that's
heavy
a
heights of 87.
well, fast improvement.
Yeah.
Incredible, really. So he has improved. If he can take this leg here, we'll go in at the break 7-3.
121. Michael, you require 84.
Double 12 again. Double 6 this time.
Game
That's a
shot
big leg to win, and you can
Michael
feel it had been
Smith.
coming. He's had chance after chance after chance to extend his lead, and he really did pick up the pace. He produced a much better dance in that second session, and the defending UK Open champion is in more than a spot of bother because Michael Smith leads here by 7 legs to 3. Sometimes you've got to win ugly. It's a sporting cliche. And it applies to Michael Smith and Dimitri van den Bergh here, whoever wins it. But Michael Smith with the advantage, stepped it up in the last 2 or 3 legs and leads 7-3. Needs 3 more for a place in the quarter-finals. Former runner-up here against the defending champion Dimitri van den Bergh. But it often happens, doesn't it? You don't
11th
often
leg
see.
of Michael to throw first. Game on.
We saw Luke Humphries with the whitewash against Ryan Searle. Humphries was just very good. Searle wasn't great, but he wasn't that bad.
78.
But sometimes you get it in a game like this where one player just can't hit anything and the other player follows suit.
Yeah, it's hard to explain.
25.
Dimitri carrying on from the previous 2 sessions. Just be interesting to see what he did during that break.
96.
I would have probably gone for a quick run outside just to get the adrenaline going, fresh air. You
45.
can see him visibly trying, but it's just not happening.
At the moment, one big treble per visit may be enough for Michael Smith here, you know.
Well, that last session, he played pretty well, let's be fair. He took 76 out, didn't he, straight. He missed 2 darts in the next leg. Got a 1-7-1-11 darter, and then the last
83.
one before the break for 7-3. Averaging around 87, so that's a vast improvement. He's improved, his opponent hasn't. He gets his first match.
His first! Right smile.
Michael, you require 51. Game
Well, he got there in the end.
flag. Michael Smith.
I think he was actually looking at
12
19 for
flag,
double
Dimitri
16,
the
wasn't he?
Yeah.
He
Game
clearly
on.
changed his point of attack when it comes to finishing the legs.
Yes, as we know, Michael Smith over the years favoured his double top. Maybe because he changed it in that last session and hit it first dart. Sometimes that thing stays in your mind where you feel more confident, but had to change for tops and hit it anyway.
120.
Now, was that unlucky? I think it may well have been for Michael Smith.
$131.
Got to score better, Dimitri.
43.
Consistently as well.
$140. 100. Dimitri require
3 out of
130.
18 on the doubles for Dimitri. 130 at hand here. He has to forget about trying to take out a big shot. If he gets the
22.
chance to, yes, have a go. Just set something up when your opponent's not on a finish. Try and take a little bit more pressure off when things aren't going too well.
100.
Maybe Dimitri will be better served
Dimitri require 108.
throwing quickly himself, just changing the pace of the game himself, and it seems to be plodding. Isn't doing many favours. Perhaps if he can get into
42.
rhythm by
Michael, you require
by just
138.
keeping pace with Michael Smith and playing at that rhythm.
Well, as we know, 66 isn't a gimme. And Michael Smith from
114.
nowhere, he was nowhere in the
Dimitri
leg,
requires 66.
has left himself the double. Dimitri now under pressure with a 66. Well, that's probably the best dart he's thrown in the match. Right in the middle of the ball.
Well, this has to be spot on.
No score.
Busted score kind of sums up
Michael,
Dimitri
you
van den
require
Bergh's match. He's
24.
averaging 71, the defending champion.
Games from
And
the
he's
top
one leg
leg.
away from
Michael
being
Smith.
unceremoniously dumped out of this year's competition.
30 flag and
It's turning into a gimme
Game
for
on.
Michael Smith.
Yes, I don't want to analyse the match too much. I think you can all make your own minds up what's
57.
happened.
Well, there you
Both
go.
well,
Michael Smith's been on
yeah.
top, as you can see, Alan,
Yeah.
throughout. But it's that old phrase, thought, that he's
27.
been one or two darts ahead, hasn't he? Well, put another way, Dimitri's been too many darts behind. Smith should be wrapping it up here.
100.
Well, that first session, neither one of them were playing well, but Michael came out of that session 4-1 ahead. Had a terrific second session, as you saw there, 103 average in leg 6 to 10. And Dimitri just
60.
hasn't found anything consistently through the match.
But despite the performance, Alan, what a
94.
boost this would be for Michael Smith after all that he's been through over the last couple of months, to reach the quarterfinals of a major TV event. And who knows what Sunday could bring for him.
96.
And we've seen so often as well where players play so well and get beat in a match. Now he's not playing his best and getting through.
140.
Over on stage 2, by the way, James Wade 2-1 up on Robert Owen.
42.
Is this one of the
Michael,
worst
you require
performances that we've
110.
seen from Dimitri van den Bergh in a TV event, I wonder? Tops to win it, and there it is. Saved it for the end. Dimitri van den Bergh's run as UK Open champion is over. He has produced an absolute shocker against Michael Smith. He will have no complaint. It just didn't happen for the Belgian tonight.